much time has passed since the last update. It is now Monday of week 11 out of 20. And I did a 5-mile recovery run. I just got done with it. And I actually didn't necessarily treat it like a recovery run. I felt pretty good today. I had a pretty restful weekend. I had hydrated pretty well today, and it's like 46 degrees outside, and not very much wind. So for a January run in Iowa, this is beautiful, and it's pretty similar to what I imagine a half marathon in March is gonna feel like. I don't know that for sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if the weather was like this. I also wouldn't be surprised if it was worse. You never know. But I decided to push it a little bit today, and my goal with this run was to try and get as close to race pace as possible, just to see what it would feel like for a pretty significant portion of the race. 5 miles is over a third of the distance. And so I just wanted to see, what it would feel like to do 5 miles by myself at that pace. And so I actually ran a little bit faster than race pace. My average was 8:56, I believe. Most of my miles were around 9 minutes. I just got fast on the last one and ran an 8:32. And so that brought down my average quite a bit. But I have mixed feelings about how that makes me feel. That pace for 5 miles felt a lot easier than it used to, which is awesome. I feel like that means that my body is really adapting to the training, which is really cool to see. And it's validating, for all of the kind of grueling runs that I've had. But at the same time, that felt like not as hard as it used to be. It was still not easy. And so just thinking, I have to do that for another 8 miles, is kind of like, okay, this is going to be hard. But I also think that when you get put into a crowd situation, and the race is being done in Des Moines, and so I know that there will be a decent amount of spectators there, and there will, like, my family will all be there, obviously, and my husband, and it'll be fun and exciting, and so I think it'll be a little bit easier to go faster on that day. But I think it's just setting in that I'm on the tail end of this training program now, and that is the pace that I have put forth as an expectation for myself. So it's going to be interesting. The whole point of this half marathon is to not get too caught up on pace. My goal is to obviously go under 2 hours, but the real underlying goal is to just love running again, and to not worry about what my pace is now compared to what it used to be or compared to other people. So I'm just trying to remember that. I'm trying to keep that at the forefront of my thought processes when it comes to my feelings about this race, because what's most important is that I finish with a smile on my face, like I did today. It was a good run. So I'll see you at the next check-in. Good morning. I'm about halfway through my long run. It's 12 miles today. And I don't know why, but I think this is so funny. I'm at Raccoon River Park, and I've run around here before. I've never run to here before, to run here, which is funny. So, random 12-mile run thoughts, I guess. 2/3 of the way done. 4 miles left. I've already shed a layer. It's crazy. Running in only a sweatshirt in January. Crazy. About to go. Yeah! 12 miles, baby. I hope that's the longest long run. Hello everyone. I just got done with a repeat session, and I was a bit worried about it because it's a little chilly outside, and usually going fast when you have chronic bronchitis and it's chilly is not really possible, but it actually was going really well. And then on my last repeat, my Achilles tendon spazzed twice. You can't see, but I'm making the two. And I think it did that because on my last run a couple days ago, this stupid kid almost hit me with his bike, and because of that I had to lunge really, into a ditch, and I landed really funky on my foot, and I think it bothered my Achilles, but it felt fine during my warm-up, so I just went ahead and did the workout today, but I think I need to rest it, so I need to do some reorganizing with my runs. I'll probably either take tomorrow off or do some cross training. I might try K-taping it now that I actually know anatomically where things are at in the lower leg. But yeah, so that kind of sucks. On the bright side, it's closer to my calf than it is my foot. So I think that means that if there is any injury, there's a garbage truck and I don't want to get hit by it. Anyway, I think if there is an injury, it'll heal pretty well because the closer it is to the belly of the muscle, the more blood flow it has. So I think if there is a little bit of Achilles tendonitis, which is what I think it is, it shouldn't take very long for it to start feeling better. And luckily, I know some physical therapy manual techniques to help kind of facilitate healing. So that's the perk of being a runner and a doctoral physical therapy student. So that's my check-in. I'll keep you updated. Bye.
Okay, super quick update. Yes, I'm in my pajamas. But I did my first run since last Wednesday. It's Monday. And my calf felt fine the whole time. So that's really awesome. I ran inside because I thought it would be looser inside because it was warmer. And I have a speed workout on Wednesday. I think I'm going to do that one inside too, just to give me any sort of advantage with loosening up my calf prior to these efforts. So I don't want to say I'm in the clear yet, but so far so good. It seems like what I'm doing is working, so it's pretty awesome.
Hello. It is now week 14 of 20, so I have about 6 weeks until the race. I hope it is so much warmer on the race day than it is today. I think the temp was 10 degrees, but the real feel, and the real feel is inaccuracy, I know, but it said the real feel was -1, and I did 6.5 miles, and I was coughing and spitting and snotting the whole time, so that was really fun, but it's done, so that's good. Anyway, my leg is still feeling really great, so I think I did the right thing and did some cross training and rested a bunch, so I'm really, really excited about that, and can't wait for the next 6 weeks. Bye. Guys, I don't know if you can hear me because of the wind, but I think I finally fell in love with running again. That was so much fun. I never thought 10 miles would be so much fun. And I'm literally tearing up because I'm just so excited that I finally got to this point again. Oh, that's amazing. 5 weeks to go. Hi friends, I know the lighting's a little bit weird because I'm driving and
the sun is to my left. I thought I would update you though. Yesterday I had kind of this interesting pain on the inside of my foot, not on the arch, but more on kind of the bony part of my foot. And it's the same leg that I was having those kind of spasms earlier, but it's kind of in a different spot. So I stopped my run, I massaged the area a little bit, I stretched it a little bit, and then I was able to do a 5K pain-free after that. And then I did lifting pain-free after that, including some like plyometric jumping stuff. This morning I woke up with a little bit of soreness, but as I've been moving, it's gotten less sore. And so I'm almost wondering if maybe I need to stop icing as much as I have been and focus more on stretching that particular part of my body, because it seems to feel better with movement. And so I'm thinking maybe it's just abnormally tight and maybe I need to switch up kind of my prehab routine. But I have a long run tomorrow. It's 11 miles. I think I'm going to try and do it anyway, but stay close to home, so that in case the pain comes back and it doesn't go away with stretching, I can just walk back home and I won't overwork it. I'm really hoping that this isn't an injury. I'm really hoping this isn't an overuse thing, because I'm so close to the race. I just want to finish it. I feel really good about being able to achieve my timed goal, so I just want to be able to do it. So I'll keep you updated on what happens, but that's what's going on right now. Hi friends, I'm really sweaty because the gym was aggressively hot today when I did my run. It was really windy outside, and I just didn't really feel like being outside in an overcast situation with a lot of wind. But I'm done with my run. I did 7 miles, it was a repeat day. And I've noticed that if I am being lazy, then I underpronate. And so I think that was what was causing my pain, because the past couple runs I've been focusing on doing a good warm-up, and then I've been focusing on my foot placement. I can't talk. It's because I'm so tired. Anyway, I haven't had any pain, so I think I figured out what was going on. I think we are in the clear when it comes to injury. Knock on car door. Yeah, I thought I would just update you because I told you I would keep you updated. Hopefully the next check-in I will be able to speak a little bit better. Bye.
Hello, my friends. I don't want to go on my run today. It's not because I'm hurting or anything. It's just because, as you can see, it's very cloudy and dreary outside, and it's a bit windier than I would like. It's not particularly warm. It's not necessarily cold. I've definitely run on colder days, but it's just one of those days where I'm feeling lazy. But I'm going to tell you why I'm going to do this run anyway, and hopefully this will give you a little bit of an insight into how I motivate myself when I have these days where I just don't feel like running. I signed up for this half marathon by myself. I committed to the training process by myself. I bought gear for it myself. I made a promise to myself that I would go through this training block and the race through its entirety, and I would try my hardest to achieve the goals that I've set forth for myself. And, you know, if I don't go on this run, not only am I missing out on an opportunity to improve my mental and my physical health through running, but I'm also letting myself down. I'm breaking a promise that I made myself when I signed up for this half marathon. And if I can't do something as simple as an easy run that I know I have the capability to do, how do I know that I'm not going to keep other difficult promises throughout my life? Now, I know some people might be thinking like, oh, that's stupid, like it's not that serious, but I think there is something to be said about voluntarily putting your body into a state of suffering or hardship and then having to go through it anyway. That's one of the things I love about running. Because if you think about it,
when you go to the gym, let's say you're a runner and you go to the gym and you do plyometric exercises with weights, or you just lift weights in general. The whole purpose of you as a runner weightlifting is to overload your muscles and your bones and your joints so that when you are just dealing with the weight of your own body while you're on a run, your body is more than capable to handle the weight of your body while you're on your run. And I think the same can be said about mental toughness and how you kind of like train for mental toughness. I think if you can make yourself do things that are physically hard, which then in turn make them mentally hard because you have to continue to tell yourself to keep going, I think when you face other hardships in your life, you're a lot more likely to just put your head down and push through because you've already had practice doing that in other avenues. And so for me, running is a hobby. It's a way to, again, help my mental and physical health, but it's also practice for life and all of the races that I'm just gonna have to run. The Bible talks about running your race in a multitude of different locations, and that's something that I think about a lot when I'm running, because it really is a good metaphor for life. There is a beginning, a start line, there is an end to everyone's life, a finish line, and there are going to be hills, there are going to be puddles, there are going to be people passing you, and there are going to be people that fall behind you. But everyone's race and everyone's life is going to look different for every single person, and you just have to run the race that you're in. So I'm going to do this run. It will probably be fine. I'm going to listen to some music that I really enjoy, and I'm sure after I'm a mile in, I won't even remember why I didn't want to go on a run in the first place. But I hope this sheds some light on where my motivation comes from, and I hope you can find some motivation to achieve your goals too. All right, I can confirm I'm happy I went on that run. It was actually a really good run. Hi friends, I just got done with my last long speed workout before the race. My race is a week from tomorrow. Sorry about the cars. That was really challenging, and unfortunately, the temperature right now is about what it's going to be on race day. So it's going to be not as warm as I thought it was going to be, which is kind of unfortunate. But today, because it was cold, I gave myself some grace. I did a little bit more walking during my rest periods than I wanted to. But I just listened to my body. It was getting harder to breathe during the working sets, and I wanted to prioritize my speed work over going fast on my rest periods. So I just wanted to share that with you, because sometimes when you're watching a video of someone's training, it can be easy to show only the good parts and not the parts where workouts don't go exactly like you plan, or moments where you have to compromise or go a little bit slower than you would like to. So just be gentle with yourself, listen to your body above anything else. Your body knows what it needs, including a little bit of walking. So I will see you at the next check-in. Maybe the next check-in will be the race. Who knows? Bye. Hello, friends. Today is Wednesday, March 15th, and this is going to be my last check-in with you until race day. I must admit I'm a bit defeated. I did a very small speed workout today, and it wasn't the workout itself that necessarily defeated me, but to give you a little bit of context, today it is about 55 degrees, winds are between 20 and 30 miles an hour, and in 3 days, when I'm running the race, it is supposed to be between 30 and 40 degrees cooler. and the winds are supposed to be somewhere between 15 and 25 miles an hour with higher gusts possible. And for those of you, I've said this in parts of this video before, but for those of you who don't know, I have chronic bronchitis, and so when it's really cold, it gets really mucusy in this region. And it just gets harder to breathe. And so I've been training myself throughout this entire process to breathe through my nose, in through my nose and out through my mouth, to kind of like warm up and humidify the air in my nasal cavity before it goes down to my lungs. But it's still fairly difficult for me to run fast when it's cold. It always has been. And so I'm starting to wonder if I'm going to be able to achieve my goal of running a sub-2 half marathon. So I've decided I'm going to come up with an A goal, a B goal, and a C goal, just in case, because it's always nice to say that you have achieved your goal, even if maybe it wasn't your first goal. So my A goal is still to finish in under 2 hours, even if it's by a singular second. My B goal is to finish in under 2 hours and 10 minutes, which would be about a 10-minute mile pace. And then my C goal is to just get a PR. I think my PR for a half marathon is either 2:20 or 2:30. I can't really remember. I'd have to look it up. But if all else fails, there's almost no way that I could run that slow, because I've actually trained for it this time. And I know I can run 12 miles without stopping at faster than a 10-minute mile pace. So I know for a fact I will achieve the C goal. But I'd still like to try and chase after my first goal. But in the spirit of doing this whole thing to try and not obsess about pace, I don't want to make the whole experience just about a time. You know, I want to enjoy the race. I haven't been on a start line for 5 years, which is crazy because I used to do it twice a week. So I'm just excited to be participating in it again. The last time I tried to do this race, COVID postponed it, and so I had to run it virtually. And so the fact that I can actually go to an in-person race and run with people and have people cheer me on, and I get to receive a medal in person and a brand new pint glass in person, which is awesome because it's the St. Patrick's Day half marathon. I really am very blessed to be able to run this race, and I'm so thankful for my body and what it's been capable of throughout this training block. I have been able to do things that I did not think I was going to be able to do. And I feel strong. I feel so confident. I love the way that my body looks and feels. I love how I feel. And so that to me is so much more important than an arbitrary time of under 2 hours. But I just thought I would share that with you so that it doesn't come as a shock if I don't reach that goal. But yeah, I will see you on race day. Bye, guys. I just signed up for a marathon. I don't regret it. It just sounds so absurd to say out loud.